to call the meeting to order, but first we have a public hearing that we need to take care of before we stand for the pledge and prayer. The first public hearing will be for County Road Aid fiscal year 26-27. We'll call the public hearing to order. Anyone that's in attendance of this meeting that has not signed the sign-in sheet, please do so. Do we have a sign-in sheet out front here somewhere? All right, if not, we will get one for everyone. So the County Road Aid budget for fiscal year 26-27, effective July 1st, is $3,384,164. So $3,384,164. We'll open the meeting to the public for any comments. All right, hearing none, the county road aid funds will be used for the road maintenance as in the past years. Therefore, it's assumed that the Bracken County Fiscal Court appropriated said monies in a manner best suited for the entire community, and I would need a motion from Fiscal Court to adjourn the public hearing.
Motion.
Motion by Debbie Mayfield. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Heather Brumley. Roll call vote, please.
Craig Miller,
Yes.
David Couch,
Yes.
Danny Holleran, Debbie Mayfield, yes, John Scott,
Yes.
Heather Brumley,
Yes.
Kevin Gerald,
Yes.
Judge Teagarden, Sandy Roof.
Yes.
All right, thank you. The second public hearing this morning will be for the second reading and adoption of the Bracken County budget for fiscal year 26-27. So I'd like to call the public hearing to order. If anyone in attendance has not signed in, we need them to sign in on the sheet, so please do so at this time. The Bracken County fiscal year 26-27 budget's been in the Judge Executive's office for public review, and I would now open the meeting for public comments regarding said budget. All right, hearing none, I would ask for a motion from Fiscal Court to adjourn the public hearing.
Motion.
Motion by Sandy Roof. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Debbie Mayfield. And roll call vote, please.
David Couch,
Yes.
Danny Holleran,
Yes.
Debbie Mayfield,
Yes.
John Scott,
Yes.
Heather Brumley,
Yes.
Kevin Gerald,
Yes.
Sandy Roof,
Yes.
Craig Miller.
Yes. And now we'll call the regular meeting of the Bracken County Fiscal Court to order. Please stand for the pledge.
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please remain standing for prayer.
Let's pray. Father, we thank you for this day and our day of life. We thank you for the many blessings you grant each and every one of us. Father, I ask you for the men and women who gather here today to conduct the business of our county. And as always, we ask you to watch over and protect the men and women who protect and serve us. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you.
Test, test.
Can you all hear? We don't think the microphones are working up here. Are they somewhat? Okay. Begin with the approval of the minutes from our special meeting that was held on June 8th. I'm sorry, we need to do roll call.
Sandy Roof.
Here.
Craig Miller,
Here.
David Couch,
Here.
Danny Holleran,
Here.
Debbie Mayfield,
Here.
John Scott,
Here.
Heather Brumley,
Here.
Kevin Gerald.
Here.
Now we'll need a vote for approval of minutes from our special meeting on June the 8th, as well as our regular meeting held on June the 10th. If we could have a motion and a second, please.
Motion.
Motion by Debbie Mayfield. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second by John Scott. Roll call vote, please.
Danny Holleran,
Yes.
Debbie Mayfield,
Yes.
John Scott,
Yes.
Heather Brumley,
Yes.
Kevin Gerald,
Yes.
Sandy Roof,
Yes.
Craig Miller,
Yes.
David Couch.
Yes.
And in old business, we will have a road department update with Stacy Floor.
All the mowing has been done for the first time. Everything has been completed. Of course, last Thursday we had the real bad storm. We've got several trees down from Germantown to Milford. We're starting to clean them up. Every road's open, but we're cleaning up, but it's gonna be a couple months before we get everything done. So, but the main reason I'm up here is I want your all's opinion or approval of something. Our backup John Deere tractor that we use every day, not the new one that we bought last year, the head on it, the deck that does the bush hogging, is in bad shape. And Slim and I have got together and we have shut it down because the spindle part is wobbling. It's starting to eat through the deck of the side of the bush hog. There's really no repairing to it. So I'm getting some quotes, but we're probably going to be looking at $12,000 to $15,000 for the new deck on it. Now, a few years ago, we had, some of you might remember, we had to get a new arm part, but this is the whole bottom deck that holds the blades and everything on.
So it's not the gearbox,
It's
the
the-
deck.
It's the actual deck. It's falling apart. Underneath it holds the blades. It's got real bad wobble in it. So I think we're shutting it down and we're not going to use it. It's a 2002 model, and there's really been nothing new done on the deck part.
Is the old Ford still running and stuff?
It does. It's our backup to use, but I need your all's opinion. If we're not going to buy another deck for this, then we got to make a decision what we're going to do.
Is it the same brand as the new one? Is it different?
No, we can't switch that over.
No, I didn't. I'm saying is the new one that we bought, is it the same brand that the?
Yes,
that
it's a John Deere tractor with a Tiger mower
Tiger,
on the
yeah.
side, yes. But what I'm saying, this deck's 24 years old, and I'm not gonna run it no more, afraid something's happened, because I've heard in the past that it could break underneath, that thing will shoot out, you never know where it's gonna go. So I mean, I can get some pictures and bring it to you, or, I get the estimate in, if you're comfortable with me getting it, you all tell me what you wanna do.
In my opinion, I say go on and get an estimate and let's get it fixed. That's my opinion, not what everybody else
I
feels.
agree.
So that'd be up to the court to allow Stacy to get the estimates. He's already received one. He's gonna try to get 2 or 3. But if we want to proceed with a vote to allow him and Tina next week to make the approval to go ahead with the purchase, I think that would get us moving much quicker.
You need a motion on that?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'll make that motion.
What would you recommend? Would you recommend a new one, or would you recommend repairing the old one?
I recommend a new one because I didn't have time to get pictures to you today, but anybody that wants to come out after, I'll show you. It's more than the side of it.
Yeah.
It's, the whole deck's falling apart.
And it's 24 years old.
It's 24 years old.
So instead
Now,
of
we've
trying to
done work on the
repair
tractor,
this,
and we've done work on the boom, but then we've just done repair work on the deck, and it's
yeah.
bad.
So instead of trying to repair it again, you would be way better off with a new.
I would prefer, because I don't know how bad the damage is with the, if you get a new spindle, it's still gonna be expensive, but the deck itself, like I said, it's got holes on the side, but then in the front where the thing comes up, raise it up and down for grass or trees, it's bad shape.
Do you have any guesstimate as to new versus repair?
No, so all I'm doing is getting an estimate for a new one right now, because I don't
At
see how we
24
can
years
really.
old, I would have to lean towards new.
Yeah,
I would too.
that is, we're gonna keep it, because we run both of them together, so right now it's gonna be shut down, and I don't know how soon we can get it. But
Well,
like I said,
Slim has been working on them for 50 years, so if he says it's in
Well,
bad shape.
he's done
it's in bad
repair
shape.
work on it over the years, but it's to the
Yes.
point now that
Well, if he
I think
says
repair
get
work
one,
is done
get
on this piece of equipment.
You've already patched it, you're saying right there, quite a few times then, haven't you?
What's that?
You've already
Yes.
patched it a few
Yes.
times. I'd say get a new one, I mean,
So David Kelch has a motion to allow Stacy and Tina to work together to get the bids and to proceed with buying a new deck for the bush hog. The first bid that he got is $12,000, but he is going to ask to try to get a couple more. So do we have a second
I
on the
second.
motion? Danny Holloran has a second. Roll call vote, please.
Debbie Mayfield,
Yes.
John Scott,
Yes.
Heather Brumley,
yes.
Kevin Gerald,
yes,
Sandy Roof,
Yes.
Craig Miller,
Yes.
David Kelch,
Yes.
Danny Holloran.
Yes.
All right, next, animal shelter expansion, we'll table that. We're waiting on the state permits. since we sent the survey in a few weeks ago. Property at Licking Estate surplus, we're going to table that as well. New business, if fiscal court would allow, we're going to vote to add to the agenda approval for some change orders for the EMS project, which is at no cost to the Bracken County Fiscal Court. And Christy Dodge from Buffalo Trace Area Development District is here to present that. But we do need a motion to allow the change on the agenda for her to speak.
Motion.
Motion by Sandy Roof. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Heather Brumley. Roll call vote, please.
John Scott,
Yes.
Heather Brumley,
Yes.
Kevin Gerald,
Yes.
Sandy Roof, Craig Miller,
Yes.
David Kelch,
Yes.
Danny Holleran,
Yes.
Debbie Mayfield.
Yes.
Ms. Christie, thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, there's 4 change orders that have come about within about the last week or week and a half. Work out there is scheduled to be finished up by July 31st, so we wanted to try to keep momentum going with these change orders and try to get them approved. EMS approved, their board approved all of these yesterday, but since the funds passed through the fiscal court, we need your all's approval as well. This is no cost to the fiscal court. So change order number 6 through 9 is what I've got. Change order 6 is for service line, water service line. There was a change order earlier on to move the meter and install a service line, but with the original location of the water meter versus where it ended up having to be, is going to take some additional work to get the water line into the new addition. So it's for $3,485. And then change order 7 is for, they deleted out a bay door. So one of the bays that they originally thought they would be able to install a door for entry is not possible due to the structural. So that one's actually a credit back to the project for $4,855. Change order number 8 is when they took the existing roof off to put the metal on. It didn't have the correct underlayment, so they're going to have to install that. So that's $7,253.07 for that one. And then change order number 9 that is for extension of drainage pipes to get it over to the existing storm and sewer that's there at the street. So that one is $3,718.
I guess counting the credits, about $10,000 total for the 4 different ones. So Christie, you'll need a motion to approve these change orders for the EMS project from the fiscal court. If we could have a motion to approve.
I'll make the motion.
Motion by Debbie Mayfield. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second by John Scott. Roll call vote, please.
Heather Brumley,
Yes.
Kevin Gerald,
Yes.
Sandy Roof,
Yes.
Craig Miller,
Yes.
David Kelch,
Yes.
Danny Holleran,
Yes.
Debbie Mayfield,
Yes.
John Scott.
Yes.
Thank you, Christie.
Thank you all.
So July 31st, that's the end date, correct? Correct. We'll hold you to it. It does look very good. I got to go out there after this meeting. Statewide mutual aid agreement. I'd like to have our emergency management director, Daniel Wick-Walks, speak to us this morning.
On the statewide mutual aid agreement, what it effectively will do for the county is it gives a guide so that if we call Lexington or Campbell County, any other county for aid, it's a guide of what they're going to be reimbursed for. It's also a guide if we send help to somebody else. It's a pre-mutual aid agreement. In a major disaster, if FEMA comes in and you have a written agreement, something like this, they're much more likely to reimburse us. This is better than, in most cases, trying to get a mutual aid agreement with every county that potentially could be sending us help.
I saw that Fleming County had, helped with some Mason County issues over the weekend since last Thursday's storm. Did we have any other counties reach out to us asking for assistance or?
Nobody asked us, I mean, I wasn't calling about sending him help out. This agreement would help us. It's not an obligation for us to send help if somebody requests it. I think, well, Mason County requested the Buffalo Trace Search and Rescue to come out, help cut firewood, which they sent people for that. There's no reimbursement on that, but this mutual aid agreement just covers anybody that you set up. It's just a guide for who's to be reimbursed, how's being reimbursed, to be compensated.
I think last week's storms, I mean, obviously it was bad enough here. Mason County, Pendleton County, Grant County, much worse. But it shows and it kind of informs the public of what's needed in disasters like that as far as record keeping from homeowners and individuals and the public, because to be able to get reimbursed for different aid, you know, all that has to be documented from the start. And I mean, we were fortunate. We had probably 2,000 Bracken County was out of power for the first day, and I think Bluegrass may have had up to 48 hours with some others. So you know, we all got to be prepared for any of this. And I know Heather's been working on some other things, and glad to see that we're all, you know, being proactive, because you know, situations like that occur, and anytime.
We were extremely fortunate. Nobody hurt in Mason County.
Right.
And, well, as you sort of testimony to the trees, to say several is huge understatement.
Oh, yes.
There's a lot on the road. Mm-hmm. But I was amazed that almost nothing actually landed on homes. There were about 2 roofs blown off, good bit of barn damage, but homes, we were amazingly lucky. One older house had a huge tree fall on a truck in front of the house, but it didn't touch the house. So we were very fortunate.
There's also something, of course, we started discussing this about a year and a half ago, the Western Kentucky University Mesonet system, which Mason County has a weather station, and that's the one that showed the accurate 114-mile-an-hour wind last Thursday morning. And it's something that we're going to continue to try to get for Bracken County, and we'll definitely be working on that the rest of this fall. But
I contacted Climavision, is putting up that was their mission, is to fill in the holes. But they've said they have a radar in Dry Ridge, and going by the type of radar they're using is lower. It's very accurate, very detailed, except it has trouble penetrating heavy rain. Well, for us, it's going to be behind the storm, and it's just, Wilmington's not overly impressed that it's doing that much more for them than Cincinnati Airport. If they could have it in the east of us, which is what I was begging for, it'd be a huge help to us. But that's not likely to happen, so look for other means. We are on, for small tornadoes, what we've seen, the EF0 that went through Brooksville, those pop up and are gone. And we're on the outer edge of Wilmington's radar. Those are very hard to detect. They depend on some form of verification on a tornado before they put the alarm. They're more worried about too many warnings going out and people ignoring them. But unfortunately, it leaves us in the place that when we get a warning, you don't have 10 minutes while it crosses the county. It's here, probably in all probability. So
because I don't even think Mason County had a severe thunderstorm warning for that. I know we did, and we had the tornado watch, but I was watching it at 4 a.m. I don't think that Mason County even had a severe thunderstorm warning from Wilmington, from the National Weather Service.
You know, I didn't ask. So I can show you all the warnings that they did send out. It basically started not too far before Brooksville and ended not very far after. It just barely touched down for a short duration. A lot of it was straight line wind damage.
So Wick will be here for a couple other contracts here in a minute, but we would need a motion to approve the statewide mutual aid agreement.
Motion.
Motion by Heather Brumley, do we have a second? Second by Sandy Roof. Roll call vote, please.
Kevin Gerald,
Yes.
Sandy Roof,
Yes.
Craig Miller,
Yes.
David Kelch,
Yes.
Danny Holleran,
Yes.
Debbie Mayfield,
Yes.
John Scott,
Yes.
Heather Brumley.
Yes.
All right, thank you. So next we have our annual contract with Search and Rescue. So we have two neighboring bids per se, but we have a resolution from Buffalo Trace Search and Rescue, who we have had on contract for the past 1 or 2 years, 2 years maybe?
Pendleton County is currently been ours, but Buffalo Trace is who we had prior.
Prior to that, okay. And then we have the second one is from Pendleton County Search and Rescue. Basically the same services. The annual contract goes from July 1, 2026 through June 30th of 2027. Buffalo Trace Search and Rescue contract would be a donation of $2,500. Pendleton County Search and Rescue would be a contribution of $4,000. So those are the two differences in the proposals, and I'd kind of like Wick to explain both, and then we also need a vote on who to approve for this.
It's my strong recommendation that we switch back to Buffalo Trace. This is not in any way criticism of Pendleton County. They've done everything we've asked. The differences are, well, Buffalo Trace has been totally reorganized. They're up currently to about, I think, 35 members, which is almost double what they were last time we used them. They're a good team. They've moved their station. Their station's just past the hospital, so they're now much closer. Pendleton County, the hard time for that is they're a pretty good distance. Most bad storms hit them before it hits us. With a much larger volunteer group, I think the chances of us getting sufficient people for a search are that much better with Buffalo Trace. Their overall management, I've worked more with them. We have 6 members on Buffalo Trace team in the county already. And I just think it's a better fit for this county to work with them. And they want to work with us directly as much as they can. And as you saw, the expenses are a bit different.
Right. Any questions or discussions on this?
I'll make the motion, go Buffalo Trace.
Okay.
I second.
So we have a motion to approve the search and rescue annual contract with Buffalo Trace Search and Rescue by David Kelch. Have a second by Danny Holleran. Any other discussion? Roll call vote, please.
Craig Miller,
Yes.
David Kelch,
Yes.
Danny Holleran,
Yes.
Debbie Mayfield,
Yes.
John Scott,
Yes.
Heather Brumley,
Yes.
Kevin Gerald,
Yes.
Sandy Roof.
Yeah.
Thank you, Wick. So next we have our annual contract with AirMed EVAC. Everybody knows it as the Air EVAC program that the fiscal court takes care of for Bracken County citizens. The price is the same from last year, so it's $32,940. And this goes from July 14th, 2026 to July 14th of next year, 2027. I believe it's been around 30 to 32,000 for a number of years, so kind of surprised that there has not been a significant increase. But we've also, their representatives usually come and speak to us, and it's something that we need to continue to get out to the public for the Bracken County citizens to take part in the application process of becoming a member on their own and for their families, so.
Well, a lot of people don't understand this, and
Agreed.
I've been on the phone with Lucas from Air Evac because when I travel outside the country, I up my coverage, and a lot of people don't realize that if you're traveling outside of this, What we pay for is if you're in an accident in Bracken County or Mason County, you're covered with air evac. If they don't join and pay the $45, if they are in an accident outside those two counties, it's not paid for. And then there's another tier that you pay for that takes care of all of the United States. Then there's another tier that if you go outside the United States, they pay for you and somebody in your family to fly with you home if you're stable to a hospital close to where you would live, a trauma center. So there's a wonderful opportunity here that a lot of the people in Bracken County just don't know. And Lucas said that he would come here, but he has also opened a festival. So I now have his phone number, and I'm going to encourage him to come and talk with people. But what we do, he said we are one of very few counties in the state of Kentucky that offer this to their citizens. And so he was saying what a wonderful thing this is for our county to do for their citizens. So I wanted people to know that the magistrates before me thought ahead and have done something that, you know, I think he said 4, but I could be wrong, but it was like less than 5 of counties in the state of Kentucky that pay for this for their citizens.
Heather, if you could possibly ask if they can come to the Germantown Fair and/or Rock the Block, you know, to. We could have, yes, I mean, that's just a few weeks, but it's definitely all those would be well attended.
Craig, how many households in Bracken County signed up for this last year, do you know?
I don't have that information with this paperwork. And like Heather said, what we pay from the Bracken County Fiscal Court offers this as a free service for if it's in Mason or Bracken County, but you can also buy the memberships, individual and or family, which covers you all over.
In the United States.
So since we got Mr. Gerald in here, we could ask if we got to make sure we have that on our county website. Thank you, sir.
I remember Donna Whitehead down at Augusta. Her dad, they were on a cruise, and he had to get air carried. For them to move him from that boat to Texas, it was $10,000 that had to be paid before they would move him to the hospital. You know, that's kind of a scary situation. And that was, God, 25, 30 years ago. So I can imagine the cost now. I call that $45 a peace of mind policy.
Well, if you're outside the country and you need to be flown home, that policy is only $320 because of our contract with them already.
So if we want to approve for the 26-27 AirMed evac contract, I'll need a motion.
I'll make the motion.
Motion by Debbie Mayfield. Do we have a second?
Second.
A second by Heather Brumley. Any other discussion? And roll call vote, please.
David Couch,
Yes.
Danny Holleran,
Yes.
Debbie Mayfield,
Yes.
John Scott,
Yes.
Heather Brumley,
Yes.
Kevin Gerald,
Yes.
Sandy Roof, Craig Miller.
Yes. And now we have the Bracken County Sheriff 2025 tax settlement. Sheriff Booty.
So the settlement of taxes for 2025 includes all real estate, tangible, and franchise public safety taxes. The total that we collected was $8,038,395.72. That the form that you have has it broken down into each taxing district as to what they actually received. Out of that, the sheriff keeps a commission of $299,729. To explain that to the public a little bit, that's a large portion of what actually funds the sheriff's office because we are a fee-based agency. So that is for billing, collecting, and processing those nearly 6,000 tax bills. The total amount that was remitted out to the districts was $7,834,213.04. If you see refunds or commissions returned by schools down there, we remit the entire amount to the school districts and do not take our commission off the top because of their billing or their accounting purposes. They then remit that back to us, so that's why you see that there. Those bold numbers you see in the bottom that are basically pennies, that's just kind of how the rounding comes out when dealing with these large numbers. Again, are there any questions regarding the settlement? The last 2 pages is just where it's broken down monthly.
Anyone have any questions for Sheriff over the 2025 tax settlement? If not, we'll need a motion to approve.
Motion.
Motion by Danny Holleran. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second by Sandy Roof. Roll call vote, please.
Craig Miller,
Yes.
David Kelch,
Yes.
Danny Holleran,
Yes.
Debbie Mayfield,
Yes.
John Scott,
Yes.
Heather Brumley,
Yes.
Kevin Gerald,
Yes.
Sandy Roof.
Yes.
So next we'll have the Bracken County Fiscal Court budget for fiscal year 26-27. This was approved in the early May first reading of a early May meeting for the first reading. We had the public hearing earlier, and the copies have been in the judge's office for over a month. But, you know, I just like to let the public know our fiscal year budget for 26-27 is $15,385,940. So, you know, we're the fiscal court, judge executive, going from now and into 2027 are overseeing a $15 million budget. It's, you know, quite expansive for a county of our size to be fortunate enough to be working with that. So we'll need a motion to approve the second reading and adoption.
Motion.
A motion by John Scott. We have a second.
Second.
A second by Heather Brumley. Any further discussion? Roll call vote, please.
David Kelch,
Yes.
Danny Holleran,
Yes.
Debbie Mayfield,
Yes.
John Scott,
Yes.
Heather Brumley,
Yes.
Kevin Gerald,
Yes.
Sandy Roof,
Yes.
Craig Miller.
Yes. We've got 2 bid awards for fuel and rock. We're going to need to table those until the July 8th meeting. We don't have those back yet. And now we'll go on into our financial approvals. Everybody can look under their road fund, interfund cash transfer. We need a motion to approve.
Motion.
A motion by Heather Brumley. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second by Kevin Gerald. Any discussion? Roll call vote, please.
Danny Holleran,
Yes.
Debbie Mayfield,
Yes.
John Scott,
Yes.
Heather Brumley,
Yes.
Kevin Gerald,
Yes.
Sandy Roof,
Yes.
Craig Miller,
Yes.
David Kelch.
Yes.
Next is jail fund, interfund cash transfer. Do we have a motion to approve?
Motion.
Motion by Danny Holleran. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second by Kevin Gerald. Roll call, any discussion, I'm sorry? Roll call vote, please.
Debbie Mayfield,
Yes.
John Scott,
Yes.
Heather Brumley,
Yes.
Kevin Gerald,
Yes.
Sandy Roof,
Yes.
Craig Miller,
Yes.
David Kelch,
Yes.
Danny Holleran.
Yes.
Senior Citizen Fund, interfund cash transfer. We have a motion to approve.
Motion.
Motion by Sandy Roof. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second by John Scott. Any discussion? Roll call vote, please.
John Scott,
Yes.
Heather Brumley,
Yes.
Kevin Gerald,
Yes.
Sandy Roof,
Yes.
Craig Miller,
Yes.
David Kelch,
Yes.
Danny Holleran,
Yes.
Debbie Mayfield.
Yes.
Treasurer Lois Garrison brought up a change on the general fund budget transfers. The maintenance personnel just increased about $19, so that page, the transfer is now $7,417.94. If we could have a motion to approve, please.
Motion.
Motion by Heather Brumley. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second by Debbie Mayfield. Any discussion? Roll call vote, please.
Heather Brumley.
Yes.
Kevin Gerald.
Yes.
Sandy Roof.
Yes.
Craig Miller.
Yes.
David Kelch.
Yes.
Danny Holleran.
Yes.
Debbie Mayfield.
Yes.
John Scott.
Yes.
We also have a change in the road fund budget transfer. Supervisor salary and worker salaries increased on this slightly, total $6,178.33. If we could have a motion to approve.
Motion.
Motion by Sandy Roof. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second by Heather Brumley. Any discussion? Roll call vote, please.
Kevin Gerald.
Yes.
Sandy Roof.
Yes.
Craig Miller.
Yes.
David Kelch.
Yes.
Danny Holleran.
Yes.
Debbie Mayfield.
Yes.
John Scott.
Yes.
Heather Brumley.
Yes.
And dispatch 911 fund budget transfers. Do we have a motion to approve?
Motion.
Motion by John Scott. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second by Sandy Roof. Any discussion? Roll call vote, please.
Craig Miller.
Yes.
David Kelch.
Yes.
Danny Holleran.
Yes.
Debbie Mayfield.
Yes.
John Scott.
Yes.
Heather Brumley.
Yes.
Kevin Gerald.
Yes.
Sandy Roof.
Yes.
General fund vendor claims. Do we have a motion to approve?
Motion.
Motion by Heather Brumley. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second by John Scott. Any discussion? Roll call vote, please.
David Kelch.
Yes.
Danny Holleran.
Yes.
Debbie Mayfield.
Yes.
John Scott.
Yes.
Heather Brumley.
Yes.
Kevin Gerald.
Yes.
Sandy Roof.
Yes.
Craig Miller.
Yes. Road fund vendor claims. Do we have a motion to approve?
Motion.
Motion by David Kelch. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second by Danny Holleran. Any discussion? Roll call vote, please.
Craig Miller.
Abstain due to a payment to Miller Lumber Company.
David Kelch.
Yes.
Danny Holleran.
Yes.
Debbie Mayfield.
Yes.
John Scott.
Yes.
Heather Brumley.
Yes.
Kevin Gerald.
Yes.
Sandy Roof.
Yes.
Jail fund vendor claims. Do we have a motion to approve?
Motion.
Motion by Sandy Roof. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second by Kevin Geralds. Any discussion? Roll call vote, please.
David Kelch.
Yes.
Danny Holleran.
Yes.
Debbie Mayfield.
Yes.
John Scott.
Yes.
Heather Brumley.
Yes.
Kevin Gerald.
Yes.
Sandy Roof.
Yes.
Craig Miller.
Yes. Jailer closed. Like seeing that inmate housing number down. Good job. Senior Citizen Fund vendor claims. Do we have a motion to approve?
Motion.
Motion by Heather Brumley. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second by Sandy Roof. Any discussion? Roll call vote, please.
Danny Holleran.
Yes.
Debbie Mayfield.
Yes.
John Scott.
Yes.
Heather Brumley.
Yes.
Kevin Gerald.
Yes.
Sandy Roof.
Yes.
Craig Miller.
Yes.
David Kelch.
Yes.
Dispatch 911 Fund vendor claims. Do we have a motion to approve?
Motion.
Motion by David Kelch. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second by Debbie Mayfield. Any discussion? Roll call vote, please.
Debbie Mayfield.
Yes.
John Scott.
Yes.
Heather Brumley.
Yes.
Kevin Gerald.
Yes.
Sandy Roof.
Yes.
Craig Miller.
Yes.
David Kelch.
Yes.
Danny Holleran.
Yes.
In other business, we need to, fiscal court needs to go into executive session pursuant to KRS 61.8101F to discuss personnel. Do I have a motion to enter executive session?
Motion.
Motion by Heather Brumley. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by John Scott. Roll call vote, please.
John Scott.
Yes.
Heather Brumley.
Yes.
Kevin Gerald.
Yes.
Sandy Roof.
Yes.
Craig Miller.
Yes.
David Kelch.
Yes.
Danny Holleran.
Yes.
Debbie Mayfield.
Yes.
We'll call the meeting back in session. I need a motion to come out of executive session.
Motion.
Motion by Heather Brumley, a second by Danny Holleran. Roll call vote, please.
Heather Brumley,
Yes.
Kevin Gerald,
Yes.
Sandy Roof,
Yes.
Craig Miller,
Yes.
David Kelch,
Yes.
Danny Holleran,
Yes.
Debbie Mayfield,
Yes.
John Scott.
Yes.
We've still got a few things in other business. First, the Bracken County Conservation District emailed Tina. They are having their annual hazardous waste event. It's going to be on Saturday, August 22nd, I believe, from 9 to 1 at the Extension Office. But Megan McClanahan, the Conservation District Director, would like to ask if the court could offset half of the cost for the shredding program that we've supported in the past. So the cost of the shredding truck is $1,455. So the fiscal court's portion would be $727.50. So if the fiscal court would be so inclined to help support the Conservation District and the hazardous waste event, our cost would be $727.50 if we had a motion to approve. A motion by Sandy Roof. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by John Scott. Any further discussion? Roll call vote, please.
Kevin Gerald,
Yes.
Sandy Roof,
Yes.
Craig Miller,
Yes.
David Kelch,
Yes.
Danny Holleran,
Yes.
Debbie Mayfield,
Yes.
John Scott,
Yes.
Heather Brumley.
Yes.
Next, we received an answer from our health insurance provider regarding the rabies shots for the animal control officers. Anthem will not cover the vaccines for the employees. So the options would be for the employees to pay for that themselves, or as we've discussed, would be for the fiscal court to take care of these. We'd like for the court to consider having these shots given at the Bracken County Health Department under the Bracken County Fiscal Court's account due to it being a work-related vaccination. So Tina, yes, ma'am.
I believe it was way more expensive to have it done at the health department than it was though.
It was, I mean, I don't have the paperwork from,
I don't either.
but I've got, so here's some numbers. And the health department has negotiated since then.
Oh,
So Tina and the animal control officers, John Dales, the Bracken County Health Department have worked this out. So their plan would be one dose of the rabies vaccine is $468.90. For the dosage schedule, both employees would need 3 doses of the vaccines. And this would cover both employees for 2 years. The total cost would be $468.90 times 6 doses, which is $2,813.40. So effectively $1,400 per employee, and that would cover 2 years. And then in 2 years, depending on how it shows, they may need another dose after 2 years. The health department waived their administration fee, and then we would reimburse them for the vaccine cost. I believe when we first discussed this, that the health department was closer to 4,000, if that sounds right.
I think so. I think that's closer.
And of course, I mean, if it was covered under the insurance, then it was just the copay and minimal.
Well, I make a motion that we do this through our health department for our animal control officers.
I'll second.
All right, and I think the other reasoning of using the health department as opposed to someone going to their primary care physician would be if something does occur, this is going to allow easier access from 2 local entities, the health department and the Bracken County Fiscal Court. So I've got a motion by Heather Brumley to approve the rabies vaccination for both Bracken County Animal Control Officer at a total cost of $2,813.40. Have a second by Sandy Roof. Do we have any further discussion? If not, have a roll call vote, please.
Craig Miller,
Yes.
David Kelch,
Yes.
Danny Holleran,
Yes.
Debbie Mayfield,
Yes.
John Scott,
Yes.
Heather Brumley,
Yes.
Kevin Gerald,
Yes.
Sandy Roof.
Yeah.
Thank you. lastly, we need to get back to discussing possible bids for the radio projects that we were talking about a couple of weeks ago. So there are still some questions and answers that are needed to be discussed. And I'm just going to read what Judge Teagarn has left me. So number one is law, and if Sheriff Booty has anything to help us out with on this. Number one is law enforcement encryption. Mobile units and cruisers. A key can be purchased for the AES 256 encryption, which is what we're going with for CJIS purposes, and that's the government protection. Is that correct, Sheriff?
I was not here for a lot of these.
Okay, that's right. I'm sorry. I believe that's the best government encryption, the 256 gigs. So this would be for mobiles for the sheriff, jailer, Augusta Police Department, Brooksville Police Department, unless the court decided otherwise. So that is basically part one. Second would be portables will not work. We will have included in the encryption bid. This would be for the sheriff, jailer, Augusta, and Brooksville Police Department, unless we decide otherwise. So we need to know if we are going to bid brand-specific Motorola for law enforcement, or if we're opening to other brands. Judge Teagarn would recommend keeping Motorola-specific brand for law because our complete infrastructure is Motorola. But that's going to be up to the majority of the court to decide what we want to discuss or go with. And then the response time once we make that decision is going to be critical for the infrastructure being changed and or down. So I think where we're at is the motion that we made and approved 2 weeks ago to move forward with two separate bids is kind of off the table due to deciding which route we want to go on this.
We definitely need to, to do the bid for the law enforcement to see what, and I would talk, Troy was very much, seemed to be up on that with him, so I'd probably contact Troy to kind of get what you need as far as for the encryption. Of course, you'll talk to them too, but you guys know what you need.
Well, we do and we don't, and none of us are radio technicians. And we have a general understanding of, but I'm not an expert in any of that stuff. And for me to sit up here and tell you I am or pretend to be, I don't know the intricacies of these radio systems. I know it's been told to me. I know what I think we might need, but I can't be the one to decide that or tell you about it or educate you on it.
So if we separate this from discussion of law enforcement away from EMS and fire, the main law enforcement concern is interoperability with Mason County, correct?
Correct. And the encryption.
And the encryption, which what we currently have, the encryption is hopefully the best secure available. But there's also, the difference between the P25s and the DMRs, I don't know, but the encryption we're discussing here is supposed to be the top of the line federal government 256 standard. If the goal for this first portion is just to have the interoperability between Mason County and the Bracken County Sheriff Department, that would be what you all would like to see happen, correct?
So for us to be able to transmit CGIS information across the radio, we have to have that encryption. So that is paramount for us to be able to run tags, driver's license, and people's information over the airways. The issue with the radio system and us being able to talk to Mason County, I'm not 100% sure with regard to the difference between the DMR, which is the digital mobile radio, versus P25, how those two interface or able to interface. That goes back to the differences in equipment between the
Motorola and Kenwood.
Motorola and Kenwood. And the whole issue with the RAS key. The bottom line is, if the RAS key is not going to be removed, we're never going to be able to communicate. So that's really where we stand with that, because those radios would never be able to get onto that system. So
Unless there is a patch or a key or whatever the technical term is to allow those two to work together with the RAS key still in place.
And where you go with that is, that would not give us the direct ability to switch a channel on our radio and communicate directly with. That would have to be something that dispatch would pair these systems together. So if I'm responding to Mason County, somehow the dispatch would have to patch those channels together. It's not a direct radio-to-radio capability without coming off of that system.
So without knowing law enforcement numbers exactly, why are we only going to try to work with Mason County and not Harrison and Pendleton?
Well, we'll work with any of them. We used to be
But I
able
mean, as far as the radio connectivity.
So currently, like, Pendleton is on I'm going to assume their old VHF system still, and they're dispatched by state police. Again, I'm talking about radio stuff that I don't know anything about, other than my general understanding. But we used to be able to switch to a channel on our radio and speak to Pendleton County
On an analog system.
on an analog system. We can't do any of that now because we're DMR and they have no capability.
From what DKC is, I believe, told us, and we still have an analog repeater to where that could be a possibility.
It's probably, and when I go, we had 4 analog repeaters previously.
Right, and I think we have one now,
Right.
Bluegrass or Prime.
And our system didn't work then, which is how we've got to where we're at with this system. So will a handheld, when standing on the AA in Foster, hit this repeater out here? Probably not. Will it do it from Milford? Probably not. So, because I can tell you that years ago, standing on the AA at Holtz Creek, and I can see the Eden Ridge Tower, I can't talk on the radio, because that was the issue with that analog repeater then. And we never could figure out what the problems with that system were. So I don't know that I'm going to be able to do that from, and quite honestly, obviously if I'm dealing with Pendleton County or they're dealing with us, it's probably going to be somewhere on that side of the county. Because on occasion, yeah, we respond out New Zion or respond on out 10 into Pendleton for them.
You have more interaction with Mason County than Harrison and Pendleton, I would assume.
Correct.
Much more.
Correct. Just because they tend to be closer, they tend to be more accessible, and we just have a broader, between Route 8, 10, the AA, Germantown, we just interact with them more.
Besides not being able to directly talk with outside agencies, do we have any other major problems with the current system that we worked through the last 3 or 4 years?
The current system with regard to our just ability to communicate in general, no, there is no problem with that. The system itself for our purposes, works 100 times better than the old system. It's much safer for us. We can actually hear each other, communicate. We don't have to change channels when we get into different areas of the county. None of us have any issue with the system that I'm aware of. There the occasional places where a handheld may not work? Yeah, but that's true of probably any community in Kentucky, given the terrain and locations.
So Craig, what are you asking of us? It's about getting bids, Motorola, what's your question?
Well, from 2 weeks ago, we had, let me find it.
I think part of the issue is currently our handhelds are not capable of being upgraded to the 256 encryption, so they're not capable of what we need necessary just to communicate with CJIS information.
So for the encryption purposes, like the AE256 encryption would mean that we would probably have to buy new handhelds for law enforcement. So that would be, I think that would be the initial issue that we want to get bids on. So as far as, so that would be number one, to try to take care of the law enforcement side.
And
That
if
was
we
a-
buy new handhelds,
That
that
was
means
option
they
2,
don't
wasn't
have-
it, Craig? Didn't she have that listed in number 2?
That's from a few weeks ago.
No, what you just had.
Portables will not work. We will have included in the encryption bid, this will be for sheriff, jailer, Augusta, and Brooksville Police. So does that mean that if we go to the 256 encryption, your mobiles only work and not?
So if we went immediately to the 256 encryption, the radios in the car are the only radios that are capable of being upgraded to handle that.
So then we have to buy the new portables.
We would have to
Correct.
buy new
Yes.
portables before we could really implement
Yeah.
any of this.
And then I think the other question,
As far as communicating CJIS information and being compliant with the FBI.
and then I think the other question is, are you limiting in your bid, are you limiting to Motorola only? Are you opening it up to other brands?
Right, that's the next part. Since our complete program infrastructure, everything that we upgraded 3 years ago for $250,000 is all Motorola, you know, I think that'd be the route to go. But that's up to everyone here.
Craig,
Yes, ma'am?
so when DKC was here at our last meeting, they stated that there was paperwork from Motorola saying that they were 256 capable.
But they're not running on that. It's on the second page about midway down.
Yeah, I've got those here.
But Bobby's saying they won't work.
I'm saying that's what I was told. I don't know that they're capable of it or not. I'm not.
I think at that meeting, there may have been some confusion as to whether they were talking about portables or the in-car, but anyway, I think Tina had got a confirmation from DKC that the portables will not be able to be upgraded.
Okay, she spoke to them after the meeting.
That's my understanding.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, so what we really, for this purpose, for the law enforcement side only, we need to decide to open up bids for the AES 256 encryption plus purchasing portables, whether that's just for Bracken County Sheriff's Department, jailer, then we got to decide how we associate with Augusta Police, Brooksville Police. And I think also, so the jailer I had included, the animal control officers also work with law enforcement. I mean, I think that's 2 more. But, we've got the bids for 2 separate issues from DKC from a few weeks ago. You know, I think this would be completely separate, and it has to be open for other bids besides them, which I think is what majority of the discussion was, to have multiple bids if possible. So I think what I would ask for today would be to support the law enforcement side, before we move on with other issues, would be to purchase, to publicize for bids for an AES 256 encryption, as well as new Motorola portables for law enforcement.
And that's Motorola that coincides with what we already have.
Everything that we have.
I'll make that motion.
So Sandy Roof makes a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second by Debbie Mayfield. Do we have any other discussion for today on the law enforcement radio project bids? If not, we'll have a roll call vote, please.
David Couch,
Yes.
Danny Halloran,
No.
Debbie Mayfield,
Yes.
John Scott,
Yes.
Heather Brumley,
Yes.
Kevin Gerald,
Yes.
Sandy Roof,
Yes.
Craig Miller.
Yes.
So Craig, is she going to still go out with the bids that we talked about 2 weeks ago, or this is the only bid she's going to do?
I believe this would be the initial bid request for proposals, not including what we made a motion and approved 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
And if there's any change to that, we'll make sure she lets everybody know. I believe that's all we have for so far. Anything else to come before the court from the magistrates?
Craig, last week at the conference, there was a vendor there. It's called thegoapp.com. People that aren't tech savvy like me, this has apps where you can click directly on the sheriff's department. You can click directly on EMS. You can click the different things, and it will coincide with what we already have that Colin has worked on. And I would love for them to be able to come here and do a presentation for us, that we reach out and ask them to come here.
It's free.
Okay. Yeah, definitely work with Tina. We'll get that sometime short-term future. Anything else to come before the court this morning? If not, do I hear a motion to adjourn?
Motion.
Motion by Heather Brumley. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by John Scott. Roll call vote, please.
Craig Miller,
Yes.
David Couch,
Yes.
Danny Halloran,
Yes.
Debbie Mayfield,
Yes.
John Scott,
Yes.
Heather Brumley,
Yes.
Kevin Gerald,
Yes.
Sandy Roof.
Yes.